Hey, welcome back everyone. It is time for another Red Hot Cover Call video. Hey, if you've never been to my channel, welcome. If you're a loyal fan of the channel, I want to say thank you. I love the fact that I have almost 900 subs, guys. I love it because when somebody subscribes to the channel, that means they want to learn. And guys, bang that like button, man. When I see the like button hit, I know you like what I'm doing and you want me to do another video. And that's what we're here to do, guys. We are here to talk about covered calls and the cash printing machine that it is. Now, guys, we know that writing covered calls, the selling option strategy is less volatile or less risky because we are selling options. We're not buying them. No naked purchase of options here and all that risk that comes with it. We are selling somebody the right to buy our shares for a certain price for a certain time. So we are covered by owning the shares. Now, if we write a cash secured put, same deal. We are telling somebody that we will buy their shares for a certain price for a certain time and we get paid. It's like we're the house, guys. You ever go to Vegas? Now, within that trade, guys, we get some volatility. Here's where we can limit the volatility by having what I call my golden rules. Guys, we're going to talk about the golden rule of not trading or trying to avoid trading a stock during an earnings report. Now, guys, I get the question all the time. Hey, John, you talk golden rules, man, but we don't know if you have one golden rule or 15 golden rules. And when we Google golden rules, of covered call writing, it's not out there. So I'm going to put together the Golden Rules video series. Now, these are my rules. I try to adhere to rules that help me in being disciplined so I can avoid the pitfalls. Now, you guys know I'm human and I let emotions get the best of me sometimes. And we learn from that. That's why this damn channel exists, because I want you to see through my trades. I want you to learn from that. Okay? And I learn too, guys. So the important thing here is to understand that we do have rules. Now, we want to follow them, but at the end of the day, man, it's hard. I understand it, man. You get emotional and we fall in love with stuff. One of my common themes when I'm talking about stocks and stock ownership is I don't want to fall in love with stock. Hey, Tyrone Jackson, if you watch his videos on YouTube, he talks about that all the time. And how true is that? It's so easy to fall in love with stock, right? Because they're winners. And it's easy to follow winners. Well, to be disciplined, man, we have to back away and really just observe the situation and work the situation. Well, when writing a covered call, that's what we want to do. We want to make sure we adhere to the golden rules. Golden rule number 1 is avoiding earnings reports. And this is critical. In fact, I mentioned this here, and here. It's important because we find ourselves in situations of volatility. And I'm going to show you, my win trade, and I'm going to explain that to you. Now, guys, I know some of you want me to jump right into the $10,000 challenge. Now, the $10,000 challenge, I'm setting that up. I have to set up my account, okay? But I'm also thinking about the groundwork for this $10,000 challenge. With $10,000, guys, one of my golden rules is investing in the great S&P type companies. Well, when you only have 10 grand, you need 100 shares. That's really going to limit us, guys. So, as you can see, I'm putting together a slideshow that's going to sort of bring this all together. And I'm going to have to break some golden rules, okay? It's ironic that I'm doing a video on golden rules and I'm telling you I'm going to have to break them. But that's the setup for the 10K account. But we are going to do it in such a way that we limit risk. We are not going to willy-nilly just fire on some risky stuff. And in fact, the one thing I'm going to show you guys with my dashboard, I'm able to isolate some great stocks that are about under $40, and I'm able to then do some research on them, and we're able to pick some great companies. A lot of these companies have dividends, right? They have great trend lines, right? All that stuff. So I'm going to be able to use the dashboard to find some great under 30 stocks. I want under 30 stocks because I could write 3 contracts. And 3 contracts will give us the premium we're looking for to make this successful. But we're going to do it, and we're going to try to minimize risk. Now, guys, let's talk about that risk, man. Let's get back to the earnings report here. I had one of my first red trades in a long time, and it had to do with earnings report. And I went ahead and I broke a rule. I broke the golden rule. I sold 2 cash secured puts around Wynn's earnings. Now, I did it in such a way that Wynn announced earnings just this past week, and I had my cash secured puts out, another 20 days. So I was actually thinking that I was going to sidestep earnings. But what happened was emotions got involved, right? I had written a cash secured put when Wynn was at 135. And we're going to jump to that right now. When Wynn was at 135, okay? Imagine right back here. Wynn's at 135. I think it might have been back here, okay? I wrote 2 cash secured puts, guys. I said I want to own Wynn at 129 and 125. And I got paid, I think I told you guys, I got paid $3.20 for both of those. Now, what happened was, here comes earnings, right? And you get Wynn, right? Wynn falls. You get some Macau news right there. And that's really why I end up doing the cash secured puts, because Wynn had fallen heavily, and that put me in a spot to collect some nice premium. Well, we get earnings. Actually, Wynn rallied from that, by the way. We get earnings and it crashes, guys. And now Wynn is touching my 129. And in fact, it gets to 127. And I get emotional and I say, look, Wynn could go to 125, 123, 120. This is just too volatile for me. Now, what I did was at 127, okay, at 127, I'm obligated to buy somebody's shares at 129. All right. I got paid $3.20 for that. Well, when Wynn hit 127, guys, it was $4. That option that I got paid $3.20 for, it's now trading for $4. So I'm looking at that saying, man, that's an 80 cents differential. But if I'm assigned the shares, that's a $2 differential. So what do? Man, I buy the option back. So I don't make any money here, guys. I don't make any money, but I limit risk. I limit risk because now that risk is off the board. So I end up, instead of just sitting on my hands, what do? I end up writing a 123 on Wynn, and I end up getting like $1.50 for it. So what I end up doing is taking the risk off the board, paying a little bit, and then writing a deeper out of the money cash secured put. Okay. So what happens there, and really what we want to learn, the lesson here to learn is I really should have avoided doing anything with Wynn during this highly volatile time. I did not, and look what I end up doing. I end up adding to the volatility. I add to my fees, which means I add to my profitability. And because I let emotion get involved, guys, there was uncertainty with this. I like picking stocks, man, I'm confident in. Well, when you add that uncertainty, man, we just find ourselves in a bad situation. The discipline goes out the door. Okay. And notice Bristol Myers, guys, I'm going to finish up with Bristol. Notice Bristol, for the most part, is this nice steady trade, guys. Nice steady trade. Yeah, they had a nasty fall here, but that was at the beginning of the year. But Bristol's a great company with great earnings. Well, look what we get here, guys. When we introduce earnings, look at that right there. That was a nice 3% trip. I was going to write a covered call during that. I backed off because of that Wynn experience and said, look, I need to let this volatility pass. Look, I've got all these companies that I could draw from. What the hell am I doing? A covered call or cash secure put during this volatility? So guys, the common theme here, I'm going to end on this note, okay? The common theme here is golden rules. We want to adhere to them. Earnings report being the number one because it adds volatility to a typically, generally conservative strategy. And guys, when we find ourselves in a bad spot, we want to make good decisions. Okay? Sitting on our hands, me sitting on my hands like I did when the oil crashed, I've told you that story, just not where I want to be. Okay? So that's why I learned this strategy, man. I stay active in the strategy to sharpen my blade. Okay? I'm sharpening my blade all the time because I have to be ready because there is risk. We can minimize risk, but there is risk. Okay. And hell, half the time when emotion gets involved, man, it's self-inflicted. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you are going to like the Golden Rule series, and I promise we're going to have an update on the 10K challenge next week. Okay? Hey, look, if you like this video, man, bang that like button. Hey, ring the bell, man. Get that notification the next time I do one. And guys, share the video. I challenge you to share this, man, because we are talking the good word of the covered call and cash secured put. So, hey, until next time, I hope all your covered calls are profitable.
All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Oh, money on my mind. Money on my mind.